Hey, what is up, guys? This is Cam Mem here. Today we are going to be reviewing another movie. I haven't made a video on this channel in a very, very long time, and that is only because there haven't been any movies to me that have looked intriguing recently until today. We are going to be reviewing the movie The Long Walk. In this movie, we're going to be going into the pros and cons for, and yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so I'm going to start this video off by saying that this movie was a very, very well done movie. I really enjoyed this movie. Watching it was a very big roller coaster of emotions, and it really put me through the ringer on the sadness of this movie. So we're going to go into the pros first of this movie. The pros I have are probably the cinematography. I loved how they filmed this movie. There were some shots in this movie that like really, I couldn't believe that they thought of that. The shots in this movie were phenomenal. They looked amazing. There was one shot in particular that was really good. It's in the trailer. It's when it's nighttime and the trucks with the military people are all behind them, and they have the light shining up against the kids that are walking, and it brings a silhouette to the shot. It really looked really cool in the movie theater, especially in the movie theater, because the trailer, I thought it looked pretty cool, but when you see it in the theater, that makes it look a lot more. It pops out a lot more. So I really did enjoy the cinematography of this movie. The acting was also a very good factor in this movie. Everyone did their part. The actors did phenomenal. They really sold you on their performance. They made you think that this is really happening. Like as you're watching, it made it feel real. And that's what I really liked about these actors in this movie. They really made you feel like you're watching an actual like living thing that's happening right in front of your eyes too. It really made it emotional, and it made it really hit you a lot harder than if they just said their lines out like with nonchalantly and like without any emotion at all. I mean, obviously that wouldn't happen in a movie like this. This is a Stephen King novel we're talking about, but still, this movie had really good acting. Like everyone really gave their performance all out. Like it was really good. Another pro I have for this movie is the casting for this movie. Not only did the actors do their part phenomenally, but the people who picked them to be the actors did really well on choosing who to pick for these characters. Like they really did a good job casting these characters. It made me feel like everything really worked together. Everyone did their part, and I really did enjoy that. And the biggest thing I like about this movie, and I know this isn't really the movie that really did this. I mean, they did in some parts, but this is originally a Stephen King novel, so I'm giving all out for Stephen King on this. But the story, man, was that a good story. I really enjoyed how they can turn something as simple as walking into this really big emotional roller coaster for the audience. Man, I thought I knew this movie would be good and really good, but boy, when I started watching, I was like, I don't know how this movie is going to be as good, because they're just walking the whole time. I get dialogue and all that is important in this movie, but they crushed it with how they proceeded to play out this movie. Like the dialogue, the action, the story all fit in together, and it's crazy to me because it's kind of like reminds me of Saw. How Saw is like mainly in just two men in a bathroom chained to a wall, and they're trying to figure out how to get out. And that movie turned into a horror classic because it was just, the story was amazing, the plot twist was amazing. It really reminds me of that, because when you say it out loud, it doesn't sound like a very interesting movie, but when you actually truly watch what the movie had to bring, it really hits you hard. Like they sell those performances really well. So yeah, I am very impressed how they made an entire movie out of just people walking for a contest. And I get the killing and all that, it brings a lot more action to it and more story and emotion to it. But still, these people are just walking, and that really brought in dialogue. That's the most crucial part to this movie, I think, is the dialogue. How people are becoming friends in this movie. The story, they're there for the money, but they know there's only one person that can survive this whole situation. So it's kind of sad that they become friends and then they end up having to die and not be able to be friends for good, because there's only one winner and there can only be one winner. But yeah, I'm gonna go on to the cons now. I think really my only con is truly like the very end, and I am going to be getting into a little bit of spoilers for this. Just bear with me. I'm not going to tell you who wins, but I am going to say that I didn't like, because there's a part in the movie that the two main characters start talking about how vengeance on the Major, the villain of this movie, Mark Hamill plays him, is he's trying to get vengeance on them, and one of the other characters, one of the other main characters, tells him that vengeance is not always what it's about, and how revenge is actually going to truly ruin you. Killing a man is not as easy as it looks or seems. So the fact that at the end that's what happens, I'm like I said, that's the spoiler, that does happen. It kind of saddened me because I was wanting there to be more of like a lesson and more of like an inspirational kind of ending, where as what had happened is they ended up doing what the guy said he would not want to do. But I still like the movie. I wish there was a little bit more emphasis in the ending and more inspiration behind the ending. I get that the guy that was the villain in this movie needs to die. He's a horrible guy. But I get he needed to die, but I wish they did it in like a different way. I wish they put more of an inspirational touch to it. But like I said, that's like a little complaint, honestly. It's not that big of a deal. What is my cat doing? Okay. I just think this was still a really, really good movie. And I get that the ending is a little kind of off for me, but it's still, overall, this movie was phenomenal. Like everything else of this movie, I really hit the jackpot for me. Yeah, this movie was phenomenal. I think I'm going to give this movie an 8 out of 10 for this movie. It is definitely one of my favorite movies that have come out this year in total. Like I said, at the very end of this year, I'm going to be doing a ranking of all the movies that I've seen from this year. And we're going to be ranking them all from best to worst or worst to best. And I can't wait to get to that video because I've got a lot of good movies that have come out this year. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.